Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. This is your reaction to the early signing day results of Matt Rhule's first recruiting class. And if I had to pick one word to describe this class so far, it's wow. Matt Rhule, in a very short time, him and his coaches went out and I think got a pretty good, decent cross-section of people. Young guys that are going to come in and play football for our beloved Nebraska Huskers. My name is John Johnston. Please subscribe to my channel. And, it's the giving season. So like this video and tell your friends and have them subscribe too. And, send me chocolate. Anyway, wow. We are ranked, according to On3, 31st right now. There might be some more signees coming in. And 5th in the Big Ten. Which, given that we out-recruited the rest of the Big Ten West, pretty stellar considering, again, how short a time frame Matt Rhule had to go to work. We are 5th in the Big Ten behind Michigan State, Ohio State. That's not in order. In order, I think it's Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and Michigan State. And then us, which means all the Big Ten West is behind us. Now, probably the biggest question, there's two things that come up, I think, in recruiting classes. Number one, I think it's always interesting that most people, when they look at a recruiting class, they go, they kind of get their mind set on one guy. And if we don't get that guy, then they go, well, this whole class is a failure, regardless of all the other athletes that are involved. And for Nebraska, I think that this year, for a lot of you, that guy was Malachi Coleman, who chose to stay home and attend our beloved Nebraska University. He teased us with going to Colorado, and I think he was in a photo with Lamborghinis and Louis Vuitton purses or something, but he's staying here. And I think that was a big get for Nebraska just because of that whole, it's a failure thing if we didn't get him. Plus, he's highly ranked and seems to be at a position of need that we haven't had good results at for, decades. So Malachi Coleman, I said there was two things when there. Two things. People ask, the other question people generally ask is, who do you think can contribute right away? And, given the transfer portal that we have now, I'm going to go kind of with a combination of what we had before. And that is a quarterback, Casey Thompson, and a receiver, Trey Palmer. Now, obviously, that was last year. This year, we have Jeff Sims, the quarterback from Georgia Tech, coming to Nebraska. Casey Thompson should return, should be okay to play. I look forward to that. But between him and Sims, I'm also going to go with this Josh Fleeks guy that's transferred to us from Baylor. He's a wide receiver running back. He's kind of the, weird mix in there. But here's the key. Experience and production. He already has it. He's shown that he can produce. He's shown that he can do things. So, quarterback, also production, also experience. Two quarterbacks throw him the ball or hand off the ball to him. So those are my two guys that I'd say right away can contribute. Can Malachi Coleman get on the field early? I guess if he's as highly ranked as they think he is, yes. Tristan Alvano is another guy, 5-star kicker or 4-star kicker, depending upon where you're looking. Now we know why all those other kickers left. Is that important? Yes. Given the special teams debacles we've had in the last, decades again. But as far as everybody else, I think that Matt Rhule did a really, really good job of addressing areas of need. We picked up some offensive linemen. I don't think they're highly ranked, but they look like, we always talk about player development, and that's what this is going to be. You never see linemen, probably, offensive linemen particularly, get on the field in the first year. Why? Because they need to go through strength and conditioning. It's really rare, and I really wouldn't expect any of the guys that we picked up to just step on the field immediately, unless all the other guys suck, which, well, you can comment on that. Let's see, who else did we get in here? Prince Will Umanmilian. We're going to have to learn how to pronounce some of these names. He's an edge guy. The edge thing, I think, is, he's an outside linebacker, edge guy, defensive lineman on the end. whatever. Highly ranked 4-star recruit in an area, again, that kind of sucked at for a long time, since Randy Gregory was around. Another guy I thought was intriguing was Jason, with the hard-pronounced last name of Macjak. Gonna have to learn how to pronounce those names too, or come up with a nickname. 6'4", 320 pounds, out of Pierre, South Dakota. Defensive tackle. Looks like a pretty good guy before he even gets into the strength and conditioning. But we picked up, let's see, Chief Borders, linebacker from Florida, highly recruited, highly rated. He's played on mostly special teams, but again, he had to compete with a lot of guys. That guy's intriguing. Corey Collier, the safety out of Florida, again, didn't have a lot of production at Florida. Intriguing. Texas A&M, Elijah Judy, defensive lineman, again intriguing, but didn't have a lot of production. Ouch. Oh my God, the dog. All in all, I think that this is a very impressive first class for Matt Rhule. I think there's a good mix of players. I think there's a good cross-section of players. We didn't just throw everything at wide receivers and skill positions. I'm a little skeptical of the guys that are going to transfer that haven't produced in other areas, but, you know, we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts about this recruiting class, who you're looking forward to seeing. The Quentin Ives guy just kind of intrigues me. 6 foot, 380 pounds, put 20 pounds on him. He looked really fast in his film. He looked just like, he didn't have any star rankings. He didn't have any rankings at all. It's like some guy was playing football, running over people all over the place. Nobody knew who he was. But for him, I kind of look at him and go, okay, well, we have a lot of other running backs that are actually pretty good running backs. Picked up some guys in the defensive secondary, which we certainly need. I think this is a good class to grow with. I don't think you're going to, I guess if you just expect them to step on the field and go, blah, we're going to kill everybody, maybe in 2 years. But again, great start from Matt Rhule. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all taking care of yourself. It's freezing cold outside, and, you know, it's a weather that you could die easily in. So make sure to stay warm, and if you're going anywhere, pack extra. Take a sleeping bag with you. And remember, if you get stuck outside in really cold weather, do not eat snow if you're dehydrated. What you do is you take a container with you, like take empty glasses or something like that. And what you do is you pack the snow into it, put it against your body, let your body's body heat melt the snow. I taught Boy Scouts how to do winter survival. That's how you stay alive, dehydrated. If your car's stuck in the ditch and nobody finds you for 5 days, don't leave your car. I could go into the 3 hours of survival, but okay, let's move on. Hope you're doing well. Go Big Red.